Good morning, everyone. This is Oscar answering discussion post emotions. I think that generally it is a net positive for society that, um, as an aggregate, we make many of our decisions based on emotions. I think that that is really only the only framework that human beings revolve around in terms of meaning or making meaning of, which is the pursuit of happiness. And if you look to other animals in the wild, you see that like their pursuit of meaning in terms of simply just the basis of survival can manifest in some pretty horrible ways that I would say is a net negative for their communities or like within their own families even, if you could call that a society, which is not really a good analog, but still. Of course, there are some like animals that have family structures and do care for their young and et cetera, which I feel like do model or are good indicators of what we would consider a good society. Whereas you have other animals which, for the purpose of survival, they um, purposefully like kill themselves for their young to feed on their bodies and other horrible things that happen very commonly in nature as a means for survival. So I think it's a net positive that as humans, we don't necessarily look toward survival as our main purpose driven driving thing, or but rather happiness, which I feel is only a more slightly more complex version of survival because the main thing that happiness has the pursuit of happiness has brought us is trying to increase our quality of life, which is survival with just a few extra things added to it, I think. And I think we have like 300,000 years of history and prehistory to show for it that happiness has the pursuit of happiness has their like coincidentally, not coincidentally, but at the same time increase our um, rate of survival by increasing our quality of life, wherein we move towards societies, farming, um, domestication of animals, and all of these are, I think, pursuit of happiness in one aspect because they are activities that are fulfilling and can bring happiness. But at the same time, a lot of that happiness also has to do with improving our quality of life. So I think like it is probably a net positive for society just based on humans are living a better life than other animals, which have a different framework for purpose. But at the same time, there aren't many other frameworks that you can look toward that are naturally occurring that you can think about. You can obviously hypothesize, but at that point, you can say like it would be more of a positive if humans were driven toward being the best people that they could, like morally. I think like that's an interesting thought experiment, but at the same time, it doesn't exist. So, like comparing animals to humans purely, I think humans are probably living better lives. Thank you.